Meron tayong mga kasama, no, mga kabataan from Quirino Province. Tinitrain ko ang mga kabataan doon. So si Kyra and si Shalia.
Hi, Kyra.
Ayun.
Hello po, good evening.
Good evening.
So, yun. And
Good evening po.
they have questions for you regarding online bullying
Hi,
and
Shalia.
online bashers.
Nako, ano yan, napapanahon.
Yes. Hello po, good evening. Again, first of all, it's such an honor po to be able to meet you kahit virtually lang. And by the way, congratulations for being crowned Miss Universe Philippines. We are very excited to have you represent our country, and we are most definitely excited to cheer for you and support you in the upcoming Miss Universe pageant. So, by the way, ako po si Kira, and I'm representing the Quirino Youth Initiative, which is a very recently established youth-led organization dito sa aming province, which is, ayun nga po, home province din ni Sir Vince. So one of the most prevalent issues na na-observe po namin, especially now in the digital age, is how online bullying continues to evolve. And although alam naman po natin na Facebook and other media platforms are already putting in place some tools and controls to reduce cyberbullying, such as blocking, unfriending, yung mga yan. Ang question ko po, although madali na nowadays to block someone or sign off from the conversation online, how do you personally deal with the psychological consequences po that the bully can pose to your mental health, and like what are your tips regarding this, especially to the youth who are in a very tough stage in their lives talaga?
Well, as a beauty queen and a public figure, it can't be helped that we are exposed to these sorts of cyberbullying. And what I do is when I check my social media accounts and I see all of these negative comments, I take a step back, and you don't react right away. You have to keep yourself in check and go back to your core and know your values. And you have to know yourself kasi it grounds you and it keeps you steady. It can be hard. It can be really hard most of the time, especially when you know that you've dedicated so much for that work, and it's so easy for other people to say something negative about it. But as long as you know yourself, as long as you know that you are doing your best and you're not hurting other people with what you do, then you know that you are doing just fine. You will be steady whatever the challenges are, and you will be able to overcome every challenge as long as you know yourself and you know what you're doing it for. When it comes to mental health, it's okay also to seek for help. You can always approach your family, your friends, and tell them all about it, because it really helps to ask for help, to talk about it. It's easy to keep it to yourself and not affect the people around you, but it's so much better when you talk about it because it keeps your mental health at bay.
Curious ako, Bea, meron ka na bang mga online bashers?
I actually have a lot. Actually,
So,
Pero,
how do you deal with them?
You have to understand where these people are coming from. Iniisip ko na lang na maybe these people are also going through challenges in their lives, and that's how they're able to de-stress themselves. I know that's not good, and sana naman people will learn to use social media responsibly and use it the right way, because social media is for connecting people and not disconnecting people. So we have to use it the way it's supposed to be used, to spread positivity and to spread out love and appreciation to other people, not not the way it's being used. Unfortunately, to some, ginagamit nila ito as a way of venting out their feelings. There's a proper way of doing that, but not social media.
Spoken like a queen talaga, no?
Oo.
Napaka-understanding. And of course, knowing yourself, sabi ni Bea, and understanding also where those people are coming from.
Oo.
Kasi baka nga, totoo, no? Kung minsan kasi nakafocus ka sa yung sinabi lang eh.
True.
Pero yung context, dapat
Oo.
alamin din natin.
Actually, yun din. Katulad ko, no, pag sa online, marami rin mga nangbabash sa akin na ganyan. Pero dati napipikon ako eh. Because it really gets into you. Pero ang ginawa ko lang talaga is tama yung sabi ni Bea na dapat kilalanin mo sila. Saan ba sila nanggagaling? Bakit sila ganyan sumagot sa'yo or nakikipag-away sa'yo? And when you learn and when you get to know their context, mas masasagot mo sila at you become more inclusive. So rather than exclude, nag-i-include.
Okay.
Ayan. Okay. How about si Shalia? May tanong si Shalia.
So, hi po. As someone po na tambay, hi po. As someone po na tambay sa Twitter, which is a place po for dramas and the sort, may mga netizens po na forced to deactivate and leave without any assurance na they are fine with what's going on. Like, for example po, kapag nakapag-mention sila ng slurs na without them knowing po is hindi naman po sila aware na it's not allowed. So, my main question po is, how do you think can we draw the line between holding people accountable and its escalation into a toxic trend of cyberbullying now that cancel culture is getting much worse po?
Ang lalim ng tanong.
Parang pang Miss Universe questions na to
Ang hirap ng tanong.
I actually don't have a Twitter account, but I do understand the cancel culture. It's very unfortunate that it's a trend now, canceling other people, but we need to strike a balance and check our facts every time that someone is saying something. We have to checking the facts and verifying what we post. And when it's something wrong, we cannot just condemn that person right away. We need to understand why he or she was able to do that. By allowing that person to be held accountable, there's a proper way to do it naman. But we need to give one person a chance naman to explain herself. If he or she is not right, then we need to give her the chance to apologize. Canceling someone is, for me, something that we shouldn't practice. We can always engage in discussions and talk about it, but there's a proper way to do it and not in social media. What's important is that we are able to arrive at a certain understanding towards one another.
Super agree po kami, I believe kami ni Shalia sa answers. Personally po, kayo po ba, have you experienced kahit some kind or version of cancel culture?
Me personally, I don't think I was canceled for being someone who is an unconventional beauty queen. I experienced being discriminated. It's actually sad that I wasn't given a chance to explain myself kasi there was an instance na I've been excluded in an event for being an LGBTQIA+ member. It's quite sad actually when you're not given the chance to explain yourself. It's really hard because we can always come to an agreement and understanding. And I think it goes the same with cancel culture. There are times when we don't agree to a person's opinion, pero we can always engage in discussions and make one another understand naman, but not totally cancel someone kasi we don't agree to what he or she has to say.
Maraming salamat, Bea, for gracing us with your presence and your time, no, na makipagkwentuhan sa amin. Thank you very much, Kira and Shalia, and we hope na marami kayong natutunan kay Bea, no, with this, and i-spread ninyo yung kanyang sinabi tungkol sa cyberbullying and cancel culture.